Greetings everyone, a warm welcome to you all. Namaste. Aries, this is your reading for May. We're going to be using 4 of the Morgan Greer and then another 2 decks underneath as clarifiers and extenders of messages. Before we start, I did some intuitive work for you. You guys got some really cool kind of words. You got oneness, connection to source, power, wisdom, passion, bliss, love, I am, we are one, the crown chakra, purple, the colour purple, and offers of love, the heart, and newness, youth, passion, and warmth. So, you know, wow, what can I say? That's what came. So let's shuffle the cards and see what kind of relates to all of that as well. So this is for Aries for May 2018. Well, that's it. They don't want much more shuffling. Your first one is the Devil reversed, then the Tower, then the Queen of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Swords. Well, that's a got some funny old ones going on to begin with there. An ace, which is always nice, the Tower, and that Devil was reversed. I have seen with most of the other cards that have come out for the zodiacs that I've done so far that May seems to be quite a determined solid month, and there's no mucking around with it. It's passing out messages of sometimes things we may not want to deal with or hear about, but that's how life is. So let's see what's next. Goddess of the Moon. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, patience, and patience and action. That's a dichotomy going on, isn't it? Okay, so double messages coming here. Last deck for you, Aries. Okay. Let your past go. Assertiveness, play, and family. So let me just play around here a little bit with the focus. We can't get the whole picture focused all at once because the depth of field is too vast for the camera. Anyhow, let's start off. We're reading in columns like this down, but it's very fluid, so the cards may sort of jump through messages and you may pick up messages that connect with other cards. That's just however you interpret it for the month will be how it feels, you know, most connected for you. Those first 2 cards in the top row, that reversed Devil and the Tower, you know, they're pretty intense cards, to be honest. The reversed Devil is not as kind of powerful or as scary as it is the other way up. But then it's not necessarily a scary card anyhow. It just talks to us about things that we need to address, you know, things that might be out of balance. So again, it's a similar kind of message, except when it's reversed, it's sort of saying that not necessarily go with the surface appearance of things, and that things can change in a hurry when we least expect it. So situations can actually change that you may not have expected. If some of you have been thought that you were stuck in a crux or a, you know, a bad place or a bad phase or something that you didn't want in life, it could change much quicker than you expect. Now, the Goddess of the Moon underneath that also talks to us about kind of like insight into situations and understanding again that cycles are very much at play. So it almost feels here as though you could be into something reversing, a cycle reversing that may not have been a good one anyhow, that you wanted gone. And the Tower next to it also feels to me as if that's connecting. So if there have been situations around you that haven't been working or that have been negative, or people in your life that have been causing problems, this cycle could be coming to an end, and this could be about to be finished. Now, I'm jumping over to the Tower because I feel as though the Tower's involved somehow. But the Tower often talks to us about sudden events happening, unexpected, a bit like the reversed Devil. And it can be with relationships. And I've seen this happen in families, and I've also seen it happen at work. So it can be very unexpected, and it can be a bit traumatic. But inevitably, I think it's really great when change like this comes, because it tells us that whatever it was that was in our life was not working, was not healthy, and wasn't good for us. So I think May could say to you, expect some sort of change coming, but I think you will do well out of it, especially because we have this Ace of Swords over here. So here I am reading the top line. It's not how I intended the reading to be, and I will go back to the columns, but they're all connecting with me somehow about possibly an event or certain events that seem to align, that could involve people in your life, that could involve changes that you will probably be really pleased to see them booted out and changed out and moved on up. The Moon card that's there, a little bit like the Moon card in the tarot deck, I think it talks to us very much about intuition and listening to our intuition and knowing when to move away from something when it isn't right. So some of you need to be really connected this month if you're dealing with new people or new situations as well, or unfolding events that are taking place, or relationships that are telling you or showing you stuff that shouldn't be occurring, or get out of the way quick. And I think the Goddess of the Moon will help enlighten or enable you to see any stuff coming, so you'll be forewarned and forearmed, if you like. I also think this one here in particular, really helps back up any issues that might be coming, because they're telling you to use clear communication. So be truthful to yourself and speak up. Don't let people abuse you in any way. Don't be the victim, and you stay clear of any negative energies or people or darkness. And assertiveness as well down here. So it also says the situation can be healed gently and with love as you've requested, yet there is also a need for your strength and truthfulness with other people involved. So you're getting backing for standing up and speaking what you need to say, but do it in an appropriate manner, and I think you will be happy with it afterwards. So don't let your emotions run wild. Be in check for the month of May, and be on the lookout for situations and people who could be detrimental to you and who could be doing stuff. Now this could be business wise as well. So if some of you are involved in businesses or online work, or you've got your identity, anything along these sort of lines could also be going on here. Coming back down to here, for some of you it's about your past and letting go of past hang-ups or obsessions or difficulties or relationship abuse that may have been going on, and this could go all the way back to trauma of when you were younger, or trauma within a family unit as well, friends and such like. I'm getting so many really quite deep messages for May. I don't know what it is, that I'm not an astrologer as such, so what the planets are doing for May I'm unsure, and what type of energies are coming in on the planet I don't really know. I haven't looked into it, but it feels fairly intense, and it feels as though lots is going on. So we've kind of now addressed these two columns. Call upon Archangel Gabriel for healing, and also some of you may even have something going on with your throat, like throat issues or mouth issues, neck, headache pains, top of the back of your shoulders or spine. Any of those could need looking into as well. Let's move into this one here, the Queen of Pentacles, the Patience card, and play. The Queen of Pentacles could well be someone you know. It could be a friend who is a support person, an earth sign person, or even your rising sign. She generally is someone great to have around. She's quite comforting and strong as well. She's logical and sound. She also deals with our money, and this Patience underneath it could be saying that there's something going on in May with your money, because the reverse Devil also portends a little bit to money being tight and needing to watch what's happening with your finances. So don't go out spending wildly in May. You know, if you've a bit of a spender or a shopaholic, you kind of need to keep that in line in May as well, I think. So there could be some hold on your money, or you might be waiting to hear about finances one way or another, and something is stalling it. Down here it just says play, so it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety and laughter will lift your energy so that you will return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. So maybe for some of you this is around a job. You may have been wanting a job increment or a new job, or you're starting a new business, or there are issues at work, and I've said that this can happen at work in a career sector. So they're saying to you, you know, take some time out and just de-stress and take the focus off whatever it is that's so intently, you know, kind of gaining your focus over the period of May, and remember to enjoy yourself. Be outdoors, be at one with nature. Meditate in particular, and get enough sleep and rest as well, and enjoy every day for what it is and be in the moment, because mindfulness is a wonderful way of reducing any stress that might be around. I have to say, I haven't seen a lot of, you know, the words I got for you, the oneness, connection to source, power, wisdom, passion and bliss. I haven't seen a lot of that come through the reading, so it must be really background messages for you to perhaps uplift you or connect with if you're feeling any times in the month that you're a bit glitched out. We come over here and we see the Ace of Swords, and then action, and then family. And these three kind of work together in an odd way. The Ace of Swords is an ace, and it is about success, and it can often be at the detriment of something else. So it could be that you have formed an alliance or a strategy or a new partnership with someone, but someone else has missed out, or you've had to lose something to get there. I have seen this card turn up when a divorce proceeding is taking place, and also when legal documents are being signed, sometimes for the breakdown of a commercial relationship or partnership, such as a business, and other times for, you know, just two people who may have been together in a business sense as well as a partnership sense, and it could be falling apart. So they're signing the documents to dissolve it. But it usually means that that's great, because whatever you needed to dissolve is allowing you to move into the new place of freedom and uptaking something new. Now it says you're being called to action, so it feels as though something is going to happen towards the end of May that perhaps involves all of these scenarios. So there could be some sort of family issues going on for some of you, and it could be things like divorce proceedings or businesses that are being dissolved or bankruptcy, and, you know, people are being called in. It could be that there are family sagas or issues that have been dealt with in remedial courts or mediation centres or litigation. It feels as though something fast is coming and action is taking place, and there is an end point coming to the solving of it. Perhaps there has been an inheritance issue where someone said, no, you can't sell the house, I want it, or you shouldn't have it, or you didn't pay enough, you know, money towards, or everything. There's been like stuff going on. Well, it's rolling up and out, and it's going to be resolved for a lot of you. This action here is also very much about balance, because we have the black and the white horse. So it's about bringing balance into the situation, so making sure it's maintained and done appropriately and fairly for everyone concerned. The family, it says here, and it says the situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. So for some of you, there could be really quite painful family issues going on at the moment. Perhaps some of you who have children who are going through a crisis, or you might have siblings who are going through a crisis that could be involved in legal issues, or it could just be a personal family breakdown that's going on as well. There could be a healing take place. So not just a dissolving of something, but there could also be a successful healing one way or another. It's going to, again, it will be different for each and every one of you, because this is just a broad reading for thousands and thousands. It's like each one of you will find these answers or the meanings or the words or the cards come to you in a different manner. So there you are, Aries, quite a stern reading, and there are some very poignant messages in the first part about being cautious with people and relationships in your life and situations. So making sure that you don't get hoodwinked into anything underhand, and just watch people around you and pay heed to your intuitive gut feelings and your psychic powers and abilities at this time. So thanks for joining me, everyone. Take care. Have a wonderful May. Lots of light and love. And it seems like lots of patience and action too. Namaste.